What if I told you that one car has not only defined a genre of automobiles, but has also become a symbol of freedom, rebellion, and the American dream? A car that has been a movie star, a race champion, and a prized possession of the rich and famous. A car that has been continuously reinvented for over half a century, yet remains instantly recognizable. This is not just a car. This is a legend. This is the Ford Mustang GT. Since its explosive debut in 1964, the Ford Mustang has captured the hearts and imaginations of millions around the world. But it's the GT, the Gran Turismo, that has always been the heart and soul of the Mustang lineup. It's the perfect blend of style, performance, and accessibility that has made it an enduring icon. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the incredible story of the Ford Mustang GT. We'll explore its rich history, from its groundbreaking first generation to the high-tech marvel it is today. We'll relive its most iconic moments on the silver screen, from chasing down bad guys in the streets of San Francisco to becoming a modern-day movie legend. We'll uncover the celebrities who have fallen in love with this American classic, and we'll take a look at the incredible companies that are keeping the Mustang GT legacy alive by restoring, modifying, and even reimagining this legendary pony car. So, buckle up and get ready for a ride through the history of one of the most celebrated cars ever made. To understand the Mustang GT, we have to go back to the beginning. The early 1960s were a time of immense social and cultural change in America. The post-war generation was coming of age, and they were looking for something new, something exciting, something that spoke to their youthful spirit. Ford, under the visionary leadership of Lee Iacocca, saw this as a golden opportunity. They set out to create a car that was sporty, stylish, and affordable, a car that would capture the imagination of a generation. After a whirlwind development period of just 18 months, the Ford Mustang was unveiled to the world on April 17, 1964, at the New York World's Fair. The response was nothing short of phenomenal. Ford had initially predicted sales of 100,000 units in the first year, but they sold over 400,000. Within 2 years, the 1 millionth Mustang had rolled off the assembly line. The pony car was born, and it was an instant sensation. The name itself, Mustang, was a stroke of genius. While some credit executive stylist John Najar, a fan of the P-51 Mustang fighter plane, others point to Ford's market research manager, Robert J. Eggert, who was inspired by a book about wild horses. Either way, the name perfectly embodied the car's spirit of freedom and untamed power. Interestingly, the name couldn't be used in Germany, where it was owned by a truck manufacturer, so for years, German enthusiasts had to settle for a T5. The early Mustangs were available as a coupe, convertible, and later, a fastback. They were based on the humble Ford Falcon platform, which helped keep costs down and made the car accessible to a wide range of buyers. But it was the introduction of the GT package that truly set the stage for the Mustang's performance legacy. The GT package, first offered in 1965, was all about performance. It included a more powerful V8 engine, front disc brakes, a sportier suspension, and distinctive GT styling cues. The legendary 289 cubic inch V8, with up to 271 horsepower, was a popular choice, and it gave the Mustang GT the muscle to back up its sporty looks. This was the car that established the Mustang as a true performance machine, and it set the standard for what a pony car could be. Of course, with success comes competition. General Motors responded with the Chevrolet Camaro and Pontiac Firebird in 1967. Chrysler, who had actually beaten Ford to the punch with the Plymouth Barracuda, launched the Dodge Challenger in 1970. The pony car wars had begun, and the Mustang GT was at the forefront of the battle. Throughout the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Mustang GT continued to evolve. The cars got bigger, more powerful, and more aggressive. This was the era of the big block V8s, with legendary engines like the 390, the 428 Cobra Jet, and the mighty Boss 429. These were the cars that dominated the drag strips and the streets, and they cemented the Mustang's reputation as a performance icon. But the oil crisis of the 1970s brought an end to the muscle car golden age. Fuel efficiency became the priority, and performance took a back seat. The Mustang II, introduced in 1974, was a smaller, more fuel-efficient car based on the Ford Pinto platform. While it was a sales success, it was a far cry from the fire-breathing monsters of the 60s. The GT nameplate even took a hiatus for a few years, but you can't keep a good horse down. In 1982, the Mustang GT made a triumphant return. It was powered by a new 5.0-liter V8, which, despite a modest 157 horsepower, was a sign of things to come. The 5.0 Mustang, as it came to be known, was a huge hit, and it marked the beginning of a new era of performance for the Mustang GT. The Fox body Mustang GT, which ran from 1979 to 1993, became a cultural phenomenon in its own right. It was lightweight, affordable, and endlessly modifiable. The 5.0-liter V8, which gradually gained more power throughout the 80s and early 90s, became a legend. It was the car to have if you were a performance enthusiast on a budget. The Foxbody GT brought performance back to the masses and created a whole new generation of Mustang fans. By the early 90s, the Foxbody platform was getting a bit long in the tooth. Ford knew it was time for a change. In 1994, they introduced the fourth-generation Mustang, codenamed SN95. The new car was a radical departure from the boxy Foxbody. It was sleek, modern, and aerodynamic. And under the hood of the GT was a new 5.0-liter V8, which was soon replaced by the new 4.6-liter modular V8 engine. This new engine was smoother, more refined, and it laid the groundwork for the next 2 decades of Mustang performance. The SN95 platform received a major refresh in 1999 with the New Edge redesign. The styling was sharper, more aggressive, and it gave the Mustang a more muscular look. The GT continued to be the heart of the lineup, with its 4.6-liter V8 now producing more power than ever before. But the real game-changer came in 2005, with the introduction of the 5th-generation Mustang, the S197. This was the car that brought the Mustang back to its roots. The design was a modern interpretation of the classic 1960s fastback, and it was an instant hit. The S197 Mustang was a perfect blend of retro style and modern technology. The GT model was powered by a new 3-valve version of the 4.6-liter V8, which produced a healthy 300 horsepower. It was a huge step up from the previous generation, and it made the Mustang GT a true performance car once again. But Ford wasn't done yet. In 2011, they introduced the legendary 5.0-liter Coyote V8. This new engine was a masterpiece of engineering, producing 412 horsepower in its initial form. The 5.0 was back, and it was better than ever. The current generation of the Mustang GT, the S550 and now the S650, has taken the pony car to a whole new level. With its independent rear suspension, a feature Mustang fans had been dreaming of for decades, and the ever-evolving Coyote V8, now pushing close to 500 horsepower in some trims, the modern Mustang GT is a world-class sports car. It can hold its own against European rivals that cost twice as much, and it does so with that signature American muscle car swagger. From a simple, sporty compact to a global performance icon, the Ford Mustang GT has had an incredible journey. It has survived oil crises, changing tastes, and fierce competition. And through it all, it has remained true to its original mission to provide stylish, affordable performance for the masses. It is a testament to the enduring appeal of the open road and the thrill of a powerful V8 engine. The Mustang GT is more than just a car, it's a piece of American history. It was almost inevitable that a car with the Mustang's charisma and all-American good looks would find its way onto the big screen. From the moment it was born, the Mustang was a star. In fact, it made its movie debut in the 1964 James Bond film, Goldfinger, just a few months after its public unveiling. A pristine Wimbledon white 1965 convertible, driven by the ill-fated Tilly Masterson, shared the screen with Sean Connery's iconic Aston Martin DB5. It was a fleeting appearance, but it was a sign of things to come. The Mustang was destined for Hollywood stardom, but it was 4 years later, in 1968, that the Mustang GT cemented its place in cinematic history. In the gritty detective thriller Bullitt, Steve McQueen, the king of cool himself, got behind the wheel of a Highland Green 1968 Mustang GT 390 fastback. What followed was a cinematic masterpiece, a nearly 11-minute car chase through the hilly streets of San Francisco with no music, just the raw, visceral sounds of roaring engines and screeching tires. It is, to this day, considered by many to be the greatest car chase in movie history. The Bullitt Mustang, with its understated cool and formidable presence, became as much a star as Steve McQueen himself. It was a true GT, modified specifically for the film with a strengthened suspension and a more powerful engine. The car became an instant legend, and the image of McQueen, gripping the wheel of his green fastback, is forever etched in the minds of movie lovers and car enthusiasts alike. The Bullitt Mustang was so iconic that Ford has released several special edition tribute models over the years, each paying homage to this legendary movie car. In 1974, another Mustang took center stage in a film that would become a cult classic, Gone in 60 Seconds, a low-budget indie film written, directed, and starring H.B. Halicki featured a yellow 1971 Mustang sports roof codenamed Eleanor. The film's climactic 40-minute car chase, in which Halicki, a skilled stunt driver, pushed Eleanor to her absolute limits, was a symphony of automotive destruction. Raw, unpolished, and fiercely authentic, it captured the very soul of car culture. and Eleanor became a star in her own right. But it was the 2000 remake of Gone in 60 Seconds that introduced Eleanor to an entirely new generation. This time, Eleanor was reborn as a breathtaking 1967 Shelby GT 500, reimagined as a modern resto-mod. With its aggressive body kit, gleaming pepper gray paint, and thundering V8, this new Eleanor, driven by Nicolas Cage as Memphis Reigns, stole the show. The car became an instant sensation, sparking a massive revival of interest in classic Mustangs and the resto-mod movement. The Eleanor look became so iconic that it inspired a cottage industry of replicas, each paying tribute to this unforgettable movie machine. One of the original hero cars built for the film later sold at auction for an astonishing $1 million in 2013. The Mustang's filmography is long and varied. In the 2014 film Need for Speed, a custom 2014 Mustang GT, based on the Shelby GT 500, took center stage, continuing the Mustang's legacy as the go-to vehicle for high-octane action. In the dystopian thriller Death Race, a heavily armored and weaponized 2006 Mustang GT, known as the Monster, became a fearsome chariot of destruction. The Fast and Furious franchise has also featured its fair share of Mustangs, from a 1967 fastback with a Japanese twist in Tokyo Drift to a modern GT 350 tearing up the roads in F9. Even Keanu Reeves has a soft spot for the Mustang. In the John Wick series, his character's most prized possession is a gray 1969 Mustang, often mistaken for a Boss 429, but actually a Mach 1. The theft of that car is the spark that ignites an entire saga of revenge. From James Bond to John Wick, the Ford Mustang GT has proven. But it's one thing for a car to be a movie star, it's another thing entirely for it to be the personal choice of the stars themselves. The Ford Mustang GT, with its blend of style, performance, and all-American charm, has long been a favorite among celebrities, from Hollywood A-listers to rock legends, and even a president of the United States. And of course, any conversation about famous Mustang owners has to begin with the man who made the car a legend, Steve McQueen. While his on-screen bond with the 1968 GT and Bullitt is unforgettable, McQueen's love for the Mustang was very real. He tried multiple times to buy the original movie car from the family who had purchased it after filming, but they refused to sell, even to the King of Cool himself. That very same car stayed in the family for decades, hidden away from the public eye, until it finally reappeared, selling at auction for an astonishing $3.4 million, a testament to the enduring legacy of McQueen and his iconic green Mustang. But the Mustang's appeal extends all the way to the White House. Before he became the 42nd President of the United States, Bill Clinton was the proud owner of a 1967 Ford Mustang convertible. He has often spoken fondly of his pony car, and reportedly found it difficult to leave it behind in Arkansas when he moved into the White House. It just goes to show that even the most powerful man in the world can have a soft spot for a classic American muscle car. When it comes to celebrity car collectors, few can match the passion and knowledge of Jay Leno. The former host of The Tonight Show is famous for his massive collection of rare and exotic vehicles, and it should come as no surprise that he has a special place in his garage for a classic Mustang. Leno owns a 1965 Shelby GT 350, a pristine example of one of the most desirable Mustangs ever made. He has featured the car on his show, Jay Leno's Garage, sharing his love for its raw, unfiltered driving experience. For a man who has driven just about every car imaginable, his appreciation for the classic Shelby speaks volumes. The list of celebrity Mustang owners is as diverse as the car itself. Tim Allen, another comedian and well-known car enthusiast, owns a highly customized 1968 Shelby GT 500 KR. His king of the road, Shelby is a beast of a machine, capable of incredible performance. He even competed in a burnout contest with Jay Leno, pitting his Mustang against Leno's. Action star Bruce Willis owns a green 1968 Ford Mustang GT 500, a fitting choice for a man who has built a career around high-octane thrills. Charlie Sheen has owned several Mustangs over the years, including a 1966 GT and a 1968 Shelby that appeared in the movie Money Talks. Even the Lizard King himself, Jim Morrison of The Doors, was a Mustang owner. His 1967 Nightmas Blue Shelby GT 500, a gift from his record label, was the only car he ever owned. The car's fate is shrouded in mystery. Legend has it that Morrison crashed it on a winding Hollywood road, after which it vanished forever, adding yet another layer of intrigue to the Mustang's mythos. From rock stars like Sammy Hagar and Bob Seger, to hip-hop icon Funkmaster Flex, and even the original American Idol, Kelly Clarkson, the Mustang's appeal transcends genres and generations. It's a car equally at home on a racetrack, a movie set, or cruising down a sun-drenched highway. The fact that so many people who could afford any car in the world choose a Mustang is a testament to its timeless design, thrilling performance, an undeniable cool factor. It's a car that connects with people on an emotional level, and that's something money simply can't buy. The story of the Ford Mustang GT doesn't end with the cars that roll off the Ford assembly line. In fact, for many enthusiasts, that's just the beginning. Today, a new breed of artisans and engineers is dedicated to preserving, restoring, and even reimagining this American icon. From faithful restorations that bring classic Mustangs back to their original glory, to wild resto mods that blend timeless style with modern performance, the world of Mustang customization is more exciting than ever. One of the most exciting trends in the classic car world is the resto mod, a car that has been restored with modern parts and technology. It's the best of both worlds, the classic look and feel of a vintage car, with the performance, reliability, and comfort of a modern vehicle. And when it comes to Mustang resto mods, few companies are as respected as Revology Cars. Based in Orlando, Florida, Revology Cars isn't just a restoration shop, it's a full-fledged automobile manufacturer. Since 2014, they have been building brand new, reproduction 1967 to 1969 Ford Mustangs and Shelby GTs. These aren't just old cars with new parts. They are completely re-engineered vehicles. Revology takes an OEM, or original equipment manufacturer approach, using modern manufacturing processes to build cars with a level of quality and consistency that is unheard of in the typical hot rod shop. They have developed over 300 functional improvements to enhance performance, reliability, and safety. A Revology Mustang might look like a classic from the 60 seconds, but underneath, it's a modern masterpiece. They are so confident in their work that they are officially licensed by Shelby American. It's no wonder they say, "Don't call it a Restomod." Out on the West Coast, in California, another company is taking a different, but no less impressive approach to reimagining the Mustang. Warhorse Industries specializes in bespoke, wide-body Mustang restomods that are pure, unadulterated aggression. Their cars, like the 6566 Fastback and the 6768 GT 500 Tribute, feature molded fender flares, tucked bumpers, and a menacing stance that screams performance. And they have the power to back it up. Their engine options range from a 550 horsepower 427 V8 to a ground-pounding 950 horsepower twin-turbo monster. A Warhorse Mustang is a rolling piece of art, a handcrafted evolution of America's favorite pony car. But the customization scene isn't just about classic Mustang. The modern Mustang GT, with its incredible Coyote V8, is a fantastic platform for performance tuning. And when you talk about tuning, one name always comes to mind: Hennessy Performance. For decades, Hennessy has been taking fast cars and making them ridiculously faster. Their supercharged Mustang GT packages, like the HPE 800 and the Super Venom, take the stock 5.0-liter V8 and crank the power up to an astonishing 800 or even 850 horsepower. A Hennessy Mustang is not for the faint of heart. It's a track-focused beast built to dominate the road and the circuit. Of course, not everyone wants a fire-breathing monster. For many enthusiasts, the goal is to preserve the Mustang's history and restore these classic cars to their original, factory-fresh condition. Whether it's a faithful restoration, a wild restomod, or a modern performance monster, the world of Mustang customization is a vibrant and passionate community. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of the Mustang GT and the endless creativity of the people who love it. These companies aren't just building cars. They are keeping a legend alive for generations to come. From its revolutionary debut in 1964 to its current status as a global performance icon, the Ford Mustang GT has been more than just a car. It has been a constant in an ever-changing world, a symbol of freedom, power, and the relentless pursuit of the American dream. It has been a movie star, a race champion, and a trusted companion for generations of drivers. We've seen how it conquered Hollywood, becoming the go-to car for cinematic heroes and high-speed chases. We've discovered the impressive list of celebrities who have chosen the Mustang as their personal ride, a testament to its timeless appeal. And we've explored the incredible world of restoration and customization, where passionate artisans and engineers are ensuring that the Mustang's legacy will continue to evolve and inspire for years to come. The Mustang GT is a car that has been reinvented, reimagined, and reborn countless times over the past 6 decades, yet it has never lost its soul. It is a car that connects with us on a primal level, a machine that can still make our hearts beat a little faster with the turn of a key and the roar of a V8 engine. It is a true American icon, and its story is far from over. So, what does the future hold for the Ford Mustang GT? In an age of electrification and autonomous driving, the Mustang is once again adapting, with Ford introducing the all-electric Mustang Mach-E, a bold new chapter in the Mustang story. But one thing is for sure, as long as there are open roads and people who love to drive, the spirit of the Mustang GT will live on. What's your favorite Mustang GT moment? Is it a scene from a movie, a personal memory, or a dream car you've always wanted to own? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the incredible history of the Ford Mustang GT. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world's most iconic cars. Until next time, keep the passion and the love of the drive alive.